Have you ever seen one of those magic tricks that just completely blows your mind and you think, how did they do that? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on a classic one because it turns out some of the absolute best magic isn't magic at all. It's just really, really cool science. So stick with me because we're about to solve a mystery. So let's set the scene. Picture your typical school science fair. It's buzzing with energy, kids are showing off their projects, and for two students, Ashwin and Kirthi, their day was about to get a whole lot more interesting. As they walked through the entrance, they weren't handed a program or a guide. Nope. Instead, they each got something way more puzzling, a completely blank white sheet of paper. You'd be wondering what that's for, right? So yeah, Ashwin and Kirthi were pretty confused, just like you or I would be. They take a few steps in, and there's a volunteer holding a spray bottle. The volunteer gives their blank sheets a quick spray, and get this, letters start appearing out of nowhere. A secret message fades into view. Welcome to the wonderful world of science. I mean, how cool is that? They were totally amazed, and of course, they had to know how it worked. And that's really our big question here. How did a simple spray make a secret message appear on a blank piece of paper? Was it some kind of invisible ink, special paper, or was it something else entirely? Let's figure it out. Okay, so the secret, it isn't magic, surprise, surprise. It's chemistry, and it all boils down to a very special kind of substance called an indicator. So what's an indicator? Well, you can think of it like a chemical detective. Its whole job is to react to other substances and change color. And that color change gives us a huge clue about what we're looking at. Specifically, it tells us if something is an acid or a base. Now, one of the most common and simplest indicators out there is something called litmus paper. For our little investigation, this strip of paper is going to be our lead detective. And here's how this detective works. The rules are actually super simple. If you have a piece of blue litmus paper and it turns red, you've found an acid. And if you have a piece of red litmus paper and it turns blue, you've just found a base. That's it. It's basically a simple color code for the chemical world. And what's really cool is how easy it is to try this out yourself. I mean, you literally just grab some stuff from around the house, put a little drop on the paper, watch what happens, and write it down. It's a real experiment you can do right in your own kitchen. You can see it right here, just like our young scientists are doing. They're testing different liquids and watching the paper change. Some things turn it red, some turn it blue, and sometimes nothing happens at all. Every color tells a part of the story. So now that we've done our tests and we have our results, we can start sorting all these different household items into their proper scientific groups. And just look at this. The results are so obvious once you know what to look for. We test some lemon juice and the blue litmus turns red right away. Classic acid. Then we test a soap solution, and the red litmus turns blue. That's a base. But then we get to tap water, and nothing happens. No change, which, it turns out, is also a really important clue. So let's sum it up. Acids, they're the substances that turn blue litmus paper red. Just think of things that are usually a little sour, like that lemon juice or some vinegar. That's your acid group. And on the flip side, we have bases. These are the substances that take red litmus paper and turn it blue. Things like soap or a solution of baking soda. Those are your classic bases. They even tend to feel a little slippery. And that brings us to our third group, the neutrals. These are the ones that don't do anything to the litmus paper. They're not acidic, they're not basic. They're just, well, neutral, right in the middle. Plain old tap water, sugar water, salt water, all perfect examples. All right. We now know about acids, bases, and neutrals. We've got our chemical detective, the litmus paper. I think we have everything we need to finally crack this science fair mystery. Let's go all the way back to Ashwin and Kirthi, standing there with those magical appearing messages. Now that you know all this, you've probably figured it out, haven't you? And here's the reveal. It's so simple and so clever. The secret message was written ahead of time with a basic solution, probably something like baking soda and water, which dries totally clear. And the spray bottle, that was filled with an acidic indicator solution. So the moment the acidic spray hit the basic writing, a chemical reaction happened. And presto, the color changed and the hidden words appeared. No magic, just awesome science. And this really brings us to the coolest part. These ideas of acids and bases, they're not just in a lab somewhere. They are everywhere. They're in the lemon you squeeze for your drink, the soap you wash your hands with, the food you cook. So the next time you're in your kitchen, just take a look around and ask yourself,
What other science, what other magic is hiding right there in plain sight?